Hello everyone, this is Specky Foodie. Today's menu will be very big because it's big breakfast and it will be French toast version. There will be 2 types of big breakfast for everyone today. So are you ready? Let's get cooking. Here's the ingredients you will need. Alright, first off, we'll start with the chicken patty marinade. Here's the ingredient you will need. Put them together and mix them up. Once you are ready, set them aside for at least 45 minutes to 1 hour. Let's cut up the vegetables now. For tomatoes, cut the 2 ends of the tomatoes and then cut them into half. Try to make the size almost the same so that your cooking time will be the same as well. And here we go for the mushrooms. As we are cooking 2 types of toast, for the first type, cut the mushrooms into quarters. And for the second type, slice the mushrooms. Next, prepare 4 eggs and beat them up. Beat them until there's a lot of bubbles forming. This way, you can actually see that the eggs actually cooks nicer in appearance wise, and the texture when you eat is smoother. Are you ready for the cooking? And frying the chicken patties now. At medium to medium low heat, add 3 tablespoons of oil. Okay, you can actually use a ladle. Take up the marinade meat and then let it slide down slowly into the pan, and then flatten it and do the same for the remaining meat. Just make sure that the meat is not sticking together. Alright, so when you are doing this, make sure that the bottom, the base of the meat you are cooking is covered with oil so that they are actually cooked thoroughly. And on my cooking over here, you can see that there's one small portion because it's slightly more meat than what I expected, so it's okay. So you can actually eat this as a spare meat. So do the same thing, just flatten it. Right, swirl around the oil to make sure that it covers the base. It will take around 3 minutes each side, depending on the thickness of the patty. So when the chicken becomes 3/4 white at the side, it means that it's almost cooked for the bottom. So you can turn it over. This is actually the same method when you are actually pan searing your fish. Okay. When the patty is done, you can bring up the fire to high so that you can get the color that you want. If not, you are done with your patty, then you can bring the meat up to the kitchen towel to drain off all the oil. And next, we will saute the mushrooms. Bring the heat to medium. Add a tablespoon of oil. Go. So when you see the oil is moving smoothly, you know that the oil is ready for cooking. So put in all your mushrooms. I like the mushrooms to have some smoky taste, so I continue to stir them with medium fire, and then you realize that smoke actually comes up a lot. But if you don't want that much, you can actually lower down the heat. So when it's about done, add in half teaspoon of salt and pepper to taste. You can actually add in more if you want. Next, we'll be searing our tomatoes. add in 2 tablespoons of oil. When the oil is hot, add in the tomatoes. So at first you will see that the splashing will be a lot, but don't worry, it will come down after that. You can cook these tomatoes around 45 seconds to 1 minute each side. So you can add in your black pepper and salt if you want. I didn't add any salt in, so just black pepper will do. So once you add in, you can flip your tomato, and after flipping, you can add in your black pepper again. If you want to add your cheese, you can add it now, but if not, you can skip this step. And so, here comes the number 1 type of toast, the big breakfast. Right, soak the bread with eggs on both sides. In medium heat, add in the soaked bread. I'm using a wok here, but if you can actually use a skillet or a frying pan, you will cook more evenly on a flat surface. Alright, so you can do the same for another piece of bread. Just cook around 1 minute each side and you are done with the bread. We are actually using a butter toast bread over here, and so we do not add in any butter. But if you are using just normal white bread, you can actually add in some butter to get some taste of the butter, alright? So if possible, you can get a thicker bread. It will actually give you a very nice chewing texture, and it will taste better. And combining all the ingredients that you actually cook, this is how it will look like. And here comes the second type of bread. My wife actually likes butter, so she added in butter in here. So at the medium heat, add in 1 teaspoon of butter. We'll be doing a sauteed mushroom. So using the same method, put in the sliced mushroom now, and then just cook for around 1.5 minutes, and you're done. So put in another 1 teaspoon of butter. That's for your bread now. So doing the same thing, just soak the bread with eggs on both sides of the bread, and then put in 1 piece in. Once you put it in, put in the mushrooms. Depending on how much cheese you want, so you can do your own estimation of how much cheese you want to put it in. We are using mozzarella cheese over here, okay? So if you want, you can actually use the other type of cheese as well. So once you are done with the cheese, you can put in the next piece of bread on top of it. So once you put it up, you can actually turn it over. So you can see that using 1 bread, because if your frying pan is flat in the center, you can actually see that the cooking is nicer, right? So it's the same thing, just cook around 1 minute for each side and you're done. I would suggest that you cook one side of the bread first and then you repeat step 1 again. It might taste better because the inside of the bread is actually cooked with crispiness. So you can actually put down in the comments below to let me know that if this method I suggested works better. Thank you very much for watching our video. Do click on like if you like the video and thumbs down if you don't. Let us know what food you would like to see in the comment section below. Subscribe and click on the bell icon and choose all, so you will be updated every time a new video is uploaded. See ya in the next video. Cheers!